Hi, my name's Lizzie and I'm going to be talking about further maths. So as well as further, I do A-level maths, history and English lit, which are a bit of an odd combination, but they surprisingly mesh quite well together. When I first applied to Switches, I applied with physics, German, history and further maths. So I've had a little bit of a subject change over time, and I think that's one of the best things about Switches. Within the first couple of weeks of year 12, they let you experiment a little bit with what subjects you want to take on further for your A-levels. I picked this course because I enjoyed the stretch of doing further GCSE, and I like the idea of building on A-level maths and building new knowledge on top of it. When I first started, I was also considering doing maths at university. So further maths is sometimes requested if you want to do maths at uni, as well as different papers like step papers, which work as uni entrance exams, which use content from further maths and a little bit beyond. So it's a good choice if you are thinking of studying maths at university. So it's a little bit different to A-level maths. So we have 3 teachers instead of 2, and we cover exactly the same content as A-level maths. So we do pure statistics and mechanics just like they do, but we also do further pure, stats and mechanics minor and extra pure. So I haven't started extra pure yet, but it builds on the furthering of the pure that you do in A-level maths, and it builds you up a little bit closer towards the step papers and towards the uni entrance exams, which, if that's what you're aiming for, is great, and it's just very interesting. It's very interesting content. So things like further calculus, which we've been building on since I started doing further GCSE, and it's nice to see how that knowledge threads through the entire course. So in A-level maths we do things like differentiation, integration, logs and vectors in 3D, and then we build on that in further. So we talk about exactly the same things but with complex numbers, so imaginary numbers, matrices in 2D and 3D, and we do further calculus, so building on the differentiation and the integration. So the lessons tend to be structured around textbook work and around doing loads of practice questions. So this course, OCR MEIB, has only been going for the last 2 years, I think, so there aren't many past papers that we can look at. So the textbook is a really valuable resource for questions that the style of question that you might get in the exam. And on top of this, our teachers give us midterms. So in the middle of each term, as the name would suggest, we get a past paper style exam, which personally I find really, really useful because it gives you a way of gauging how well you're doing, and if you're not doing too well, it lets you know you need to work harder. And I think that's the main thing about further maths. It's a lot of hard work. Personally, doing GCSE maths wasn't too much of a struggle for me. I was very lucky, but moving up into further, I think a lot of us found that we had to really work, and it was quite a culture shock from not having to do loads of revision to having to do loads of practice questions and think about what you were doing, think about maths quite a lot. I think if you are thinking of doing further maths, it's really great if you want to do maths at uni. It's really important if you want to do maths at uni. A lot of universities ask for further maths, and a lot of entrance exams like step papers build on the content of further maths, so in that way it's really useful for progression. And to be successful in further, I think the most important thing you can do is practice questions and just working hard, asking loads of questions in class. The teachers are really helpful, and if you're a little bit unsure, they're always happy to talk to you in maths surgery, which is on a Monday, or during tutor time. You can also talk to the people in physics about mechanics if you're really struggling. And everyone's very supportive. It's a lovely course to be on, it's a lovely group of people, it's a lot of maths-minded conversation, which personally I really enjoy, and it's a big contrast from English and history, but it's a nice one.